I knew that this was what they were going to do. I knew the tabloid media, with the so-called carnival of so-called experts, will do everything in their power to rewrite Meghans' history, and we must never allow them to do what they intend on doing, members of the squad. Some people, some individuals who have openly gone on national TV to abuse Meghan and hurl insults and misogynistic attacks leveled towards Meghan are writing books about Meghan. Someone, by their own admission, they have never met and will never meet in their entire life. Someone, by their own admission, who clearly has never ever contributed to the writings of their books of these individuals hurling abuses towards Meghan, claiming the books as facts, the whole truth about Meghan. Yet those individuals themselves have dubious past, a very, very dubious past. A past full of lawsuits, showcasing the fact that what they write in their books to make a profit are full of lies. And members of the squad, I want to talk about what they're trying to change right now. And I'll deal with the first thing, members of the squad, about Meghan's feminist past. They're trying to undermine and change and rewrite history, and Meghan's actions of impacting change at such a young age of 11 years old. And what do we do here at Sussex Squad Family TV? We correct their lies. We correct the false narratives spewed by those liars working for the tabloid media, so-called carnival of so-called experts who can't stand that the white prince fell in love with a mixed-race black woman and actually loves and protects her. Let's go back in time to Meghan's feminist impact at the age of 11 years old, members of the squad. And I believe that we'll start by saying this. Meghan on a feminist breakthrough at age 11. I don't even think I knew what sexism meant. It began at 11 years of age, but still feels like it's just the beginning. Meghan knew from a young age that she could make a difference. Now, members of the squad, when she was 11 years old, Meghan wrote to Procter & Gamble after seeing an advertisement for Ivory dishwashing soap that declared women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans. At the age of 11 years old, I had seen a commercial at the time that I thought to be very sexist. The raw mom said that. And truth be told, at 11, I don't think I even knew what sexism meant. I just knew that something struck me internally that was telling me it was wrong, and I knew that it was wrong. And using that as my moral compass and moving through from the age of 11, at that age, I was able to change this commercial at a young age of 11 years old. Now I know the tabloid media is used to having, women marrying into the royal family as having done no impact, having had no impact. As a matter of fact, even receiving money from their parents. Meghan worked hard for all the money that she made in her career. She worked hard since such a young age of 11 years old. Long before she even met Prince Harry, she was already giving a speech addressing the United Nations, the global platform that Prince Harry will also be addressing on Monday, this Monday actually, members of the squad. The stars are clearly aligned between Harry and Meghan. And I want you to hear something, members of the squad. Just hear this.
I said, wait a minute, how could somebody say this?
Something that you're going to hear.
It's right for kids to grow up thinking these
This
things.
is Meghan.
That just mom does everything.
I want to say this. This is Meghan speaking while she's just 11 years of age.
My name is Meghan Markle. I'm 12 years old, and I just graduated from the 6th grade, and I'm going to the 7th.
I hate my wimpy toilet bowl cleaner.
Commercials, they do say a lot of things that most people don't even notice. Mostly like laundry and dishwashing commercials.
The gloves are coming off. Women are fighting greasy pots and pans with Ivory Clear.
When I first saw the commercial, I knew something would be done because I was furious.
Women are fighting greasy pots and pans.
And I said, Wait a minute, how could somebody say that? I think I'll write a letter. The president of Procter & Gamble, Procter & Gamble Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Dear sir, last week at my school, we decided to watch the news for social studies. While through the channels, we saw a commercial for the new Ivory clear dishwashing liquid. In the commercial, they said women are battling grease, meaning only women do dishes. When I heard this, the boys in my class started saying, yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen.
I really don't think it was very nice for the boys to say it.
They knew it hurt my feelings. It makes me feel like they're gonna grow up thinking that girls are less than them. You know, like boys are better than girls. So I was wondering if you would be able to change your commercial to people all over America. Thank you, Meghan Markle.
3 months after Meghan wrote to the president of the company, Procter & Gamble changed the commercial. Listen.
3 months, I repeat, 3 months after Meghan wrote to the president of the company, Procter & Gamble changed the commercial. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? 3 months after Meghan wrote to the company, they changed the commercial. Meghan, since the age of 11, was already impacting change, and they're trying to rewrite even that history. You know, I've heard some saying that there's no evidence that it was because of Meghan's letter that they changed the commercial. Listen to this again.
3 months after Meghan wrote to the president of the company, Procter & Gamble changed the commercial. Listen.
3 months after Meghan wrote to the president of the company, Procter & Gamble, they changed the ad, members of the squad. I will not let a lie stand. I will not let them rewrite Meghan's history. I will not let them, we members of the Success Squad, we are not going to let them rewrite history. A history that Meghan, since the age of 11 years old, has been a feminist fighting against sexism. Since the age of 11 years old, we must never let them rewrite history, because as you can see, they are trying to rewrite Meghan's history with their own words and spreading it falsely as truth, when in reality, it is nothing but a lie. Whatever books that they're writing are based upon lies. It was Meghan that did it. Thanks to Meghan writing that letter, the president of the company changed the advertisement, the commercial. Meghan did that. It was Meghan. And I won't let them undermine Meghan's work. We won't let them undermine Meghan's work. We won't. That is the impact. That is the change that Meghan brought since the age of 11 years old. Let me finish this video.
The gloves are coming off. People are fighting greasy pots and pans with ivory.
Something that you don't like or...
Do you see that? Do you see that? They changed the advertisement from women all over America to people all over America. Members of the squad. Because after Meghan wrote that letter. Do you see why I cannot wait for Prince Harry's memoir? Do you see why I am begging, I am hoping that we also get a book from Meghan? Because the so-called carnival, so-called experts have, hurled threats towards Meghan not to write a book. Because they want to be the one to write and shape the narrative surrounding Meghan. We must not allow them to be the ones who shape and write the narrative surrounding Meghan. And they want to paint a narrative full of lies about Meghan. And we won't let that stand. Meghan was the one that impacted the change. She wrote that letter, and thanks to her letter, the president of the company changed the commercial, members of the squad. Since such a young age, the age of 11 years old, she has been doing it. Listen, I know that they're used to having women who married to the royal family, that with daddy's money. But Meghan isn't that type of woman. She worked for her own living. And even that, they are trying to undermine members of the squad. They're trying to undermine that or disregard that. And we cannot let them rewrite history. I think I've emphasized this. We must not let the tabloid media to rewrite history. Because if we sleep around, guess what? They're also going to rewrite all the abuses, all the racism that they hurled towards Meghan. They're going to paint a different narrative. And do you know why they're so intimidated by us members of this as a squad? Because they know that we hold them to account for their lies, like what we are doing right now. Holding them to account and reminding the world exactly what the carnival of so-called experts do. They lie. Remember the squad. They are lying, and they are a bunch of liars. And members of the squad, this is the first stage of me, the first podcast of me correcting, another lie, for this day. There'll be another one that I will be also correcting the lie from the so-called carnival, so-called experts who have no access to Meghan and are trying to rewrite history. We won't let them. We will not let them rewrite history. Let's finish this video.
Offended by on television or any other place.
Coming off. People are fighting greasy pots and pans with ivory.
Something that you don't like or offended by on television or any other place. Write letters and send them to the right people, and you can really make a difference for not just yourself, but lots of other people.
If you see something you don't like, write a letter, and you can be able to make a difference for other people. That is the woman, a young girl at the age of 11 years old. And they are trying to change the narrative. They are trying to change the narrative and cover up with the lies W media writes itself. Do you see why they are so afraid of Harry's memoir? Do you see why they threatened Meghan not to write a book or a memoir? Do you see why? Because they want to be the ones with the narrative to write lies about Meghan. We won't let it stand. Members of this amazing community, we must not let them get away with writing and printing lies. And somebody will say that don't write books without checking your facts. Well, it's a tabloid media, and people working for the Daily Mail, they don't care at all. When their lies cause pain, suffering towards people, the Daily Mail does not care at all. Its dehumanizing practices have caused so much pain to people, even in the UK, to Meghan even. And they're still continuing to do that. They're trying to rewrite history. We must not let that happen. Now, members of the squad, someone said that apparently, the interview that I just shared with you with what Meghan said since she was 11 years old, didn't happen. And was a figment of Meghan's imagination, her power. Someone made that comment sarcastically. Do you see, members of the squad? Do you see what they're doing? Do you see what's happening right now? Do you see the importance of Harry and Meghan writing their own books? Do you see the importance? I want you to understand, if there's something that you need to understand in this, what's happening right now, they're trying to rewrite history, and we must not let them succeed in rewriting history or shaping the narrative. Now, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said this: there comes a time where one must take a position that it is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. And right now, members of the squad, what we are doing is fighting against these lies. We are doing the right thing, fighting for this beautiful family, the family of Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lipetana, Doria, to live in peace, free from lies being told about them. Because these lies have an effect on them. We heard from Meghan. It caused, it's real pain, real relationships being hurt by the lies being told. And that's why we must correct it, because it is just wrong. It is wrong. So wrong. And someone said that this is my favorite. When she was just 11 years old, already a feminist and a humanitarian. Can the other royals show me their wives' impact before marriage? Because they have no impact. They have zero impact. That's why tabloid media is working so hard to try and write about Meghan's life. They're trying to change history, and we must not allow it. We must not let them write history. And someone else said that tells us all she was always aware of time and place, meaning intelligence now has always been with her since she was such a young child to this day. No wonder, Every single person who meets Meghan only ever has nice things to say about her. Even Delphina Blackie Air, the Polo wife, they call themselves that, she and Meghan. And I love that name. I love that how they refer to themselves. Fellow Polo wife of Meghan, Delphina Blackie Air, say this about Meghan: you have a good heart. You have a good heart. Those coming from people who are around Meghan. The entire Suits cast who have worked with Meghan only ever have nice things to say about Meghan. And that's why, no matter how much they attempt to rewrite history about Meghan, it is doomed to failure, because Meghan already has built a life long before she even met Prince Harry. And a rock-solid life. A life that no matter how much time the tabloid media or the royal farm cult calling itself a family try to change or rewrite history about Meghan, they keep on failing. They keep on being corrected by us, the Sussex squad. And that's why they hate us. Because we won't let them get away with their lies. Members of the squad. Now, someone said that this is part of the invisible contract that the so-called carnival, so-called experts have with the royal family. And it's true. It's true. 100% true. The palace must have had an advanced copy of this book. The royal family are trying to change the narrative around Meghan, and we must not let them. We must not let them. The invisible contract, this time, the media has with the royal family to smear Meghan, it will be a failure, and it shall continue failing. We'll correct their lies. I want them to know that. I want them to know that we shall correct all of their lies one by one. We shall debunk all their lies one by one, members of the squad. They're selling hate for profit. And right now, a person working for the Daily Mail is writing a book and releasing a book about Meghan. And he has never met Meghan and will never meet Meghan. Someone who openly went on TV to abuse Meghan, to insult Meghan, and label her a misogynistic name targeted towards Meghan by that person. And that person is saying that, hey, look, I'm going to write you a book that is fully unbiased. Give me a break. You work for the Daily Mail. Seriously. We must stop. We must stop this. We must find a way to stop what they're doing by correcting their lies, members of the squad. And today, I'm going to mention this person's name. Now, this author, this person that wrote this book about Meghan, has been sued for libel several times. Someone called Conrad Black sued Tom Bower for libel and defamation. And also, he was also sued by another person called Jeremy Corbyn. And the thing is, the Mail Online publisher, Associated Newspapers, the Daily Mail, paid substantial damages over a grotesque libel made against a non-profit Palestinian refugee group in its serialization of a Jeremy Corbyn biography. The Mail on Sunday and Mail Online ran extracts from investigative biographer and ex-Panorama reporter Tom Bower's book, Dangerous Hero, about the former Labour leader, and the Daily Mail paid a huge amount of undisclosed amount to Jeremy Corbyn for the lies that he wrote about him. Members of the squad. And one can't help but say this, that, I saw an interview that he did with a GMB, I think a while back ago, and whereby this person, what he did was, someone referred to him as an investigative reporter, a good investigative reporter. And I can't help but, do these people actually determine and see exactly the background of the people that they bring on TV to incite hate against Meghan? Does their hate for profit campaign against Meghan, blind them so much they bring in liars. They bring liars to TV. People who have been sued for defamation and lost countless number of cases, because not the first time he has lost a case. Not the second time, but many times for libel and defamation, and yet someone stands on GMB and calls him, tough reporter, investigative reporter. He works for the Daily Mail. Do you know how low you have to be to work for the Daily Mail? A place whereby even Wikipedia has cited as an unreliable source of information because it spends majority of its time in court. It has a track record of being in court day in, day out for the lies that they print day in, day out. Members of the squad, I guess, tabloid media, what they do, actually, not I guess, I do know, what they do is protect each other to continue engaging in their illegal behaviors, the harassment of Meghan, the insult, the hate for profit campaign targeted towards Meghan. And we won't let their lies stand. We want to tell them we won't let their lies stand. We won't let their lies stand. The person writing this book, called Tom Boer, has a history of losing cases in court. And the thing is, liability falls on the Daily Mail, and the Daily Mail are happy to pay. And that's why they continue doing this. Because if these individuals were sued individually, they will not do these kinds of things that they do. They will not do it. Because they know that they'll lose their money, they'll be bankrupt if they keep on spreading these lies. Members of the squad. They're protected by the Daily Mail, owned by Rothmere, billionaire Rothmere. And we must not let them, we must keep correcting their lies. We must keep correcting their lies. That's practically my main point in this podcast. What do you think about all of this, members of the squad? I have another video coming right up to correct another lie being told about Meghan. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support Have a Good Family on YouTube. Stay tuned to our next video. Love family always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.